So now that probably we're getting down to the actual end users themselves, and probably one of the most important and critical best practices to implement that not very many organizations do is security awareness training.
Yeah. So this is arguably, to me, this is the most important layer. And the reason I think that way is because as an IT person, I'm probably, it's not impossible, but I'm very unlikely going to click the bad email. And it's just because of the nature of what I do and in my exposure to IT for the last 20 plus years. So getting everybody to have a base level of suspicion and understanding of the threats that are out there can only be achieved through security awareness training. And I see phishing campaign down there as well, which kind of dovetails into that same mindset. If you had to make me pick one layer, this is where I'd stress all my resources. This is just me. The other piece I'll say is, and I've done these trainings for clients, so this is not a knock on doing these trainings because I'm the one probably at your business doing them. But doing this once every other year is borderline a waste of time. The threats change so fast now. You need a persistent system that's getting your employees trained, new employees trained, refresher trainings. And I'm not saying commit hours to it, although it sounds like I'm preaching up here now. But my point is, to me, it's one of the most important pieces. Getting your users so that they're by default suspicious when they get a gift card request, by default suspicious when they see an email that says you're getting something from UPS, but they don't think they ordered anything from UPS. Just building that mindset, and largely we're talking about phishing here, but just in general, I think it's the bar none, one of the most important and easy to say non-IT specific technology piece that there is training. The other ones listed here, password manager, again, is a no-brainer. People, you need a different password for everything you do. And humans are really bad at remembering 285 passwords. So a password manager is about the only way you're going to achieve that. Yep. And that's again, another no-brainer thing for me. And phishing campaigns, the reason I dovetail them together is because the training stack we use includes that. But basically it's sending fake phishing emails to your staff, letting them get a chance to fail. And if they fail, notifying them that they fail, or if they pass and click that, hey, I think this is spam, or call their IT provider, call us and say, hey, can you check this? That's a pass, right? So you're literally testing them periodically on the most common, ransomware intrusion method, right? So that's also a no-brainer.
So you're reinforcing some of the individual trainings they may have had, or some of the video content training they had, by kind of giving them an exam every now and then, which is a fake phishing campaign. So, so one thing that always surprises me is when we talk to folks that we don't manage the first time, almost none of them do this layer well, and yet it's a fairly inexpensive layer to put into place for any organization, right?
Yep. I think there's a certain, here, real world examples. I've talked to people and said, hey, what are you doing for your cybersecurity training? Oh, well, OSHA sends us a thing. Like, that's been a real answer I've gotten before. And I've looked at it, and yes, it's a cybersecurity bulletin that they email out to all their staff. I bet a lot of money that most of their staff didn't even bother reading it. The other piece is the data is a year plus old. So that's one problem we see. The second one is they don't know what it means, right? So a lot of times if you say security awareness training, they don't even know where to start with it. So they just don't bother with it. I've literally, worked with, businesses out there that have checked boxes on questionnaires that said they do cybersecurity training. And when I asked them what training they do, oh, I don't know. We did a training, back in 2016 or something, and they're still counting it. So I don't know, to answer your question, Eric. It is not expensive. There are some expensive platforms out there. So I guess if somebody Googled it on their own and hit a bad platform, they might get, a little shaken. But by and large, it's very affordable now. And I mean, heck, if you didn't want to spend anything, you could probably build a good playlist out of YouTube, to send, to your staff. So yeah, it's unacceptable to me if your business isn't doing this.
And I also think another misconception is people see the word training and they think this is going to be really labor intensive, right? I'm going to have to dedicate a lot of somebody's time to learn this stuff and then present it, and then taking up staff's time to attend these classes. But I think what people don't understand is a lot of this is automated to kind of drip feed your staff
Correct.
regular, consistent training. So anyway, something to definitely think about if your organization doesn't do these 3 things.